Hi, I'm Sir JC and welcome to Power Math. Power! For today's video, here are the learning competencies. Illustrate geometric sequence. Differentiates a geometric sequence from an arithmetic sequence. And determines the end term of a geometric sequence. And this is for grade 10 students. But before that, so let us have a preliminary activity. So in this activity, you're just going to determine whether the given sequence is arithmetic or not. So number 1. So we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. So let us identify the difference between each terms. So yung first at second term natin, ang difference niya is 5. Then, second term and third term, 5 din. Then, third and fourth term is also 5. Fourth term and fifth term is 5. Then, fifth term and sixth term is also 5. So, it means that we have a common difference. So, the common difference is 5. So, this is an example of arithmetic sequence. Let's proceed to example number 2. 2, 6, 18, 54, 162, 486. So, let us find the difference between each term. So, the difference between the first term and the second term is 4. Second term and the third term is 12. So, as you can see, hindi na kagad magkapareho yan. Pwedeng hindi na natin ituloy yung paghanap ng difference between each term. So, it means that it has no common difference. So, this is next. Number 3, we have 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and 28. Again, let us identify the difference between each number. So, we have 4, third term, second term and third term, 4 din. Then, third term and fourth term, 4. Then, 20 and 24 has a difference of 4. Then we have 24 and 28. So, ang difference niya is 4 din. So, makikita naman natin na this is an example of arithmetic sequence. Next one. So, we have example number 4. So, the difference is negative 1,350. So, the second one is negative 135. So, pwede mag-stop na tayo dyan. Then, it is not an example of arithmetic sequence. Next, we have negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10, negative 12. So, obviously, kita naman na meron siyang common difference which is negative 2. So, it is an example of arithmetic sequence. Next, number 4, as you can see, pare-pareho lang yung ating given. So, we have 4, 4, 4, and so on. So, do you think this is an example of arithmetic sequence? So, let us identify the common difference. So, since pare-pareho yan, ang difference niya is 0. So, this is an example of arithmetic sequence. Kasi wala naman tayong condition na nagsasabi na kapag ang common difference ay 0, that is not an arithmetic sequence. So, masasabi siyang arithmetic sequence as long as it has a common ratio. So, kung makikita natin, so babalikan natin yung example number 2 natin. So, tignan natin kung meron siyang pattern. So, yung una, syempre, first term, so 2. Then, yung second term, nag-multiply tayo ng 3. Then, yung third term, nag-multiply din tayo ng 3. So, para makuha yung 18. Then, we have 18 times 3 is 54. Nag-multiply din tayo ng 3. So, mapansin natin hanggang dulo, nag-multiply lang tayo ng 3. So, meron tayong pattern. So, ang pattern natin dito is nag-multiply lang tayo ng 3. Now, how about number 4? So, yung first term natin is 1,500. Then, yung second term natin, nag-multiply tayo ng 1 over 10. Yung third term natin, nag-multiply din tayo ng 1 over 10 para makuha yung 15. Then, yung fourth term, nag-multiply tayo ng 1 over 10 din. So, makikita natin na lahat ay pinag-multiply ng 1 over 10. So, this is related to our next lesson, which is the geometric sequence. So, what is a geometric sequence? So, it is a sequence that has a common ratio. So, mamaya identify natin kung ano yung common ratio. So, note that preceding term must not equal to 0 as well as the common ratio. So, bawal maging 0 yung ating preceding term and the common ratio. So, let us identify the common ratio. How are we going to solve for the common ratio? So, common ratio can be solved when we divide any term by its preceding term. So, let's say we have a sub 2. So, the preceding term of a sub 2 is a sub 1. So, in this example, in number 2, so a sub 2 is 6. Divide natin siya sa first term, which is 2. So, 6 divided 2, the answer is 3. So, kaya nakuha natin yung ating pattern na nagmo-multiply lang ng 3. Next one. How about the number 4? So, ano kaya yung ating common ratio? So, dito, pinili natin is a sub 3. Divide natin sa preceding term, which is a sub 2. So, a sub 3 is 15. Divide 150. So, makakancel na yung 15. So, magiging 1 over 10. So, this is the common ratio. So, madali lang, di ba? So, balikan natin. So, it means that yung example number 2 is an example of geometric sequence. How about yung example number 4? So, geometric sequence din. Paano kaya yung example number 6 natin? So, in example number 6, so let us identify the common ratio. So, a sub 2 all over a sub 1. So, pares lang naman siya, kaya magiging sagot nan is 1. So, meron tayong common ratio pa rin. So, ang common ratio natin is 1. So, it means that this is an example of geometric sequence. So, kapag pare-pareho pala, so, example siya ng arithmetic and geometric sequence. Huwag niyong kakalimutan yan. Now, let us derive for the nth term of a geometric sequence. So, let us take example number 2. So, we have 2, 6, 18, 54, 162, and 468. So, mapansin natin kanina, nag-multiply lang tayo ng 3 para makuha yung second term natin. So, yung 18 naman natin, i-multiply natin siya ng dalawang 3 din. Diba? Kung mapansin natin. Yung 54 naman, tatlong 3. So, first term times tatlong 3. So, yung fifth term naman natin, nag-multiply naman tayo ng 4 na 3 sa ating first term. And, for the last term, kung makikita natin, nag-multiply tayo ng 5 3 sa ating first term. Now, let us rewrite it in exponential form. So, unahin natin pinakahuli. So, we have 2 times 3 to the power of 5. So, we have 2 times 3 to the power of 4. The next one is 2 times 3 to the power of 3. Then we have 2 times 3 to the power of 2. Then yung ating second term is 2 times 3 to the power of 1. Siyempre ating first term, meron din yan. 2 times 3 to the power of 0. So mapansin natin dito, hindi na nababago yung ating first term at yung ating common ratio. So wala na tayong magagawa dyan. So nababago lang dyan is yung ating exponent. So ito lang yung may control tayo. So, it means that dito lang natin magagamit o dito lang tayo magkakaroon ng representation para dun sa ating bawat term. So, pwede siyang gawing 2 times 3, then to the power of 1 minus 1. So, yung 1 natin dito is the representation of the first term. Then, yung minus 1 natin dito, kung makikita nyo, nababawasan lang ng isa yung ating exponent. So, kaya nagkaroon tayo ng minus 1. The next one is 2 times 3. So, mangyayari para sa second term, 2 minus 1. And so on. So, mangyayari dyan ay sunod-sunod lang naman yan. Now, let us make a general formula or the nth term of this sequence. So, yung 2 natin, ang representation niya is the first term and it is denoted as a sub 1. Then, yung 3 natin is the common ratio denoted as R. And, yung ating 1 to 6 is the term or the value of n. Then, focus lamang tayo dito sa nakabox natin. So, again, we need to find the a sub n. So, a sub n is equals to, yung ating to dito, so dito na tayo sa pang 5th term natin. So, yung ating to dito is a sub 1. Then, yung 3 natin is the common ratio. Then, yung 5 natin dito is represent as n minus 1. So, this will be the n term of a geometric sequence. But we have condition. So, the value of a sub 1 must not be equal to 0 and the common ratio must not equal to 0. So, tandaan nyo ating condition. Now, so let us solve the following problems. So, find the next two terms of the given geometric sequence. So, we have 9,375, 1,875, 375, and 75. So, in this case, para hindi tayo mahirapan, hanapin mo ating common ratio. So, dito kayo magde-decide kung anong gagamitin yung term at preceding term. So, dito, ang gagawin ko is, ang aking given term is yung 75. Then, yung aking, syempre, presiding term, yung aking presiding term is 375. So, pag dinivide natin yan, magiging sagot yan is 1 over 5. So, ito yung ating common ratio. So, pwede natin siyang i-multiply yung 75 sa 1 over 5 para makuha natin yung next term. So, we have 75 times 1 over 5. So, magiging sagot dito is 15. Then, yung 15 naman, ito yung ating next term. Then, yung susunod naman sa 15 is 15 times 1 over 5. So, ang sagot dyan is 3. So, ito yung ating next two terms. Next, example number 2, negative 81, 54, negative 36, and 24. So, hanapin ulit natin yung R. So, R is equals to yung ating presiding term. So, kayo mag-decide. So, dito, ang pipiliin ko is 24 divide negative 36. So, pag dinivide natin yan, ang magiging sagot yan is negative 2/3. Then, so, multiply natin siya doon sa ating 24. So, 24 times negative 2/3. So, magiging sagot dyan. So, kung makapansin nyo, cancel naman to, diba? So, cancel, ito magiging 8. So, negative 16. So, yung negative 16 naman natin, multiply natin sa negative 2/3 din. So, wala tayong pwede makancel. So, but negative times negative is positive. So, positive 32 over 3. So, ito yung ating next two term. Negative 16 and (32 over 3). Next one. So, consider the geometric sequence defined by a sub n is equals to 2 times 3 to the power of n minus 1. So, find the first four terms of the sequence. So, syempre, a sub 1 muna natin hanapin. So, gamitin muna natin yung ating a sub n is equals to 2 times 3 to the power of n minus 1. So, a sub 1 natin dito is 2. Then, yung ating common ratio is 3. So, hanapin mo natin yung ating first term. So, a sub 1 is equals to 2 times 3 to the power of 1 minus 1. So, 2 times 1 times 3, then 1 minus 1 is 0. So, 3 to the 0 is 1 na lang yon. So, 2 times 1, answer is 2. So, a sub 1 natin is 2. Next, a sub 2 tayo. So, we have 2 times 3 to the power of 2 minus 1. Yung ating n is 2. Then, 2 times 3. Then 2 minus 1 is 1. Then 3 to the power of 1 is 3 times 2. The answer is 6. Next, a sub 3 or the third term. So 2 times 3 to the power of 3 minus 1. So 2 times 3. Then the exponent is 3 minus 1. We have 2. Then 3 squared is 9 times 2 is 18. Then a sub 4. So we have 2 times 3 to the power of 4 minus 1. Then 2 times 3. 4 minus 1 is 3. So we have 2 times 3 squared is 27. 3 cubed is 27. Then 2 times 27 is 54. Yeah. So sana naintindihan natin. Next. So we have which term of the sequence has a value of 1,450. So pares lang yung ating given. So dito, ang given natin is a sub n. So a sub n is 1,458. So nawawala dito is yung ating value ng n. So gamitin ulit natin yung ating example na a sub n is equals to 2 times 3 the power of n minus 1. So a sub n natin, anong given nga? 1,458. So is equals to 2 times 3 to the power of n minus 1. So unang gagawin natin, eliminate mo natin yung first term natin. So divide both side by 2. So magiging sagot yan is 729. Then cancel na tong 2 natin. So matitira is 3 to the power of n minus 1. So in this case, we need to rewrite 729 in its exponential form. So dapat familiar kayo dun sa factor 3. So 729. So pag dinivide nyo yan sa 3, kita naman natin na divisible by 3. Hindi siya divisible by 2 kasi ang last digit is 9. So pag dinivide natin sa 3, ang mangyayari dyan ay 72 divide 3, 7 divide 3 is 2. Then merong 1. Then 12 divide 3 is 4. Then 9 divide 3 is 243. So yan, divisible by 3 uli. So kung mapansin natin, 24 divide 3 is 8. Then 8 divide 3 is 1. Then yung 81, divisible by 3 din siya. So we have 8 divide 3 is 2. So merong carry siya, 21. So 21 divide 2 is 7. Then 27, yan is 9 times 3. Then yung 9 is 3 times 3. So ilang 3 kaya yan? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yung 729 is 3 to the power of 6 is equals to 3 to the power of n minus 1. Since parehas na yung ating base, equate na lang natin sa exponent. So 6 is equals to n minus 1. Then transpose natin negative 1 sa sa left side, magiging 6 plus 1 equals to the value of n. So add lang natin 6 plus 1, the answer is 7. So the value of n is 7. So it means that pang 7 term yung ating 1,458. Next. So find the common ratio and the 10th term of the geometric sequence. So hanapin mo natin common ratio. So ang common ratio natin is can be computed if we divide the any term. So mamili tayo. Ang gagamitin ko na lang dito is negative 12 divide 6. So the answer is negative 2. So may common ratio na tayo. Now hanapin naman natin yung patent term. So bago yun, suot mo natin yung formula. So a sub n is equals to a sub 1 times r to the power of n minus 1. So ano mga kailangan natin dyan? So meron tayong common ratio, a sub 1 na lang. So a sub 1 is 6. Then yung n natin is 10 kasi pang 10 term hinahanap natin. So a sub 10 is equals to a sub 1 is 6 times, common ratio natin is negative 2 to the power of 10 minus 1. So, 6 times negative 2, then 10 minus 1 is 9. So, equals to 6 times negative 2 to the power of 9. So, the answer is negative 512. Yan. So, negative yung sagot natin kasi exponent is add. And pag pinag-multiply natin yan, magiging sagot dyan is negative 3,072. So, this will be the 10th term or the a sub 10. Next, for the last example, so we need to find the value of the 8th term. So, a sub 8 ang hinahanap natin. So, a sub 8 ang missing value natin. So, sulat muna natin yung formula. So, a sub n is equals to a sub 1 times r to the power of n minus 1. So, hanapin mo natin yung ating common ratio. So, common ratio is divide lang natin. Pwede kayo mamili. So, pipiling ko lang dito is 3 over 1 half. So, pwede siyang i-write ng 3 divide 1 half. Then, pag fraction, ang ginagawa natin is hinarap natin yung reciprocal, then change the operation to multiplication. So, times reciprocal natin. So, 1 half is 2 over 1. Then, 3 times 2 is 6. Divide 1, di 6 pa rin sagot natin. So, common ratio natin is 6. Next, the a sub 1 is 12. 1 over 12, rather. So, pwede na tayo mag-substitute. So, hinanap natin is pa 8 term. So, n po muna pala natin is 8. So, we have a sub 8 is equals to a sub 1 is 1 over 12 times ang r natin is 6. 10 to the power of n, which is 8 minus 1. So, 1 over 12 times 6. Then, 8 minus 1 is 7. Then, yung ating 6 to the 7, magiging sagot natin dyan is 279,936. So, pag dinivide natin yan, magiging sagot dyan, so divide by 12 is 23,328. So, this will be the a sub 8. So, medyo malaki yung ating sagot. Pero sana naintindihan natin yung ating lesson. So, kung wala na kayong mga tanong, so that's all for today. And huwag kakalimutan mag-subscribe and i-like at i-share na din kung may natutunan kayo dito sa ating lesson.